Meet Vikram. He's 32, he's been unemployed for about 4 months now, and honestly, he is currently in what you can really only describe as a full-blown situationship with his living room couch. Picture someone who actually has a genuine, really solid business idea. It's a great idea, actually, but somewhere between the enthusiastic thought of, I should absolutely start this today, and the all-too-familiar, you know what, I'll just start on Monday. Well, time has just sort of slipped away.
17 Mondays, to be exact. 17 Mondays have quietly passed him by. Vikram spends his days refreshing job portals with a kind of intense, unblinking devotion that most of us reserve for, I don't know, live sports scores in the final minutes of a championship game. And he sighs. He sighs a lot. Usually quite dramatically and ideally near bright open windows, just for maximum cinematic effect. It's that heavy feeling of being stuck in a very comfortable waiting room, just waiting for your own life to call your name. And look, let's be completely fair to Vikram here. His frustration is entirely real. We've all been in that endless scrolling loop, haven't we? Those automated rejection emails genuinely sting, no matter how thick you think your skin is. Watching your hard-earned savings slowly shrink while your personal confidence literally does the exact same thing is incredibly difficult. It's a draining experience, and nobody should pretend otherwise. It's completely valid that he feels totally overwhelmed by the pressure of figuring out his next step. But you know what's really interesting? It's what all that traumatic window sighing completely fails to account for. Vikram is sighing from the inside of a warm house, with a roof that absolutely does not leak. He's sitting on a plush couch just a few feet away from a softly lit refrigerator that is, at this very moment, holding tomorrow's breakfast, lunch, and dinner already entirely sorted out. And occasionally his mom yells at him from the other room to make sure he eats on time, which deep down he knows is its own quiet, beautiful form of love, just wearing a slightly irritated voice. Now, we are going to travel just 2 kilometers down the road from Vikram's very comfortable sulking spot. This is where we meet Kamala. She lives right here in a tin roof shed with her husband and her 2 young kids. And as the rain begins to fall, we are stepping into a vastly different reality, even though they share the exact same city and the exact same weather. So Kamala makes her living selling vegetables at the local market, but that's only when it doesn't rain. When the heavy monsoon clouds roll in, and this particular monsoon has been showing up completely uninvited and wildly overstaying its welcome, things change in an instant. When it pours like this, there is no vegetable stall, there is no daily wage, and crucially, there is absolutely no backup plan quietly waiting for her in a savings account. Because for Kamala, a savings account simply does not exist. The reality we're looking at here is stunningly immediate. Today's food for her family depends entirely on today's earnings. Not what she made last month, not what she hopes to make next week. Today's. There is no long-term whiteboard plan for Kamala's family to, pivot their business model or upskill with some online course. Their entire economic reality is measured in the next 12 hours. And their environment totally reflects that precariousness. The tin roof over their heads rattles fiercely every single time the wind picks up. It is loud. But the kids, they sleep right through it. They've learned to sleep through the banging of the tin roof the exact same way that city kids learn to sleep through the constant hum of highway traffic or blaring sirens. It has just become the normal background noise of their childhood. But here is a part of Kamala's story that should really stop us mid-scroll. Despite the rattling roof, despite having absolutely no safety net, Kamala still smiles at her customers, like a real, genuine smile. She still playfully teases her husband about his remarkably terrible tea-making skills. This isn't some coping mechanism, and it's definitely not something to pity. It's a deeply authentic expression of a life lived with immense dignity, warmth, and resilience. They even find ways to weave humor right into the hardest parts of their home. There's this damp patch in the corner, and the family actually cracks jokes about this specific leaky spot. They've affectionately named it Mumbai because, as they tell it, it always seems to be raining right there first, no matter what the actual weather report says. It's just this beautiful, grounding, incredibly human moment of shared laughter in a space that a lot of people would only view with despair. So looking at this split reality, we're kind of forced to do the uncomfortable math that nobody really wants to do out loud. Vikram is incredibly stressed out about his next career move, yet he has 3 guaranteed meals today regardless of whether he sends out a single job application. Kamala is stressed about whether it will physically rain today because she doesn't have that guarantee of a meal even once. And yet, if you asked them, it's Vikram who is absolutely convinced his life is the one falling apart. Now, let's be super clear about something here. This is not about telling Vikram that his frustration doesn't matter. It absolutely does.
Everyone's struggles are real to them, full stop. Pain and frustration are always relative to our own lived experiences. But this is really about the power of zooming out. It's about pulling the camera back just far enough to actually notice what is still standing firmly underneath all of that frustration.
Because somewhere between chasing that next job offer, reaching the next big life milestone, and telling ourselves I'll finally be happy when I get there, we completely forget to notice the floor we're already standing on. A solid, dry floor, a roof that holds back the storm, 3 meals on the table, a mom who nags because she cares deeply, a savings account, however small it might be, sitting there as a quiet safety net that a massive portion of the world never, ever gets to have. These aren't just minor details. They are huge, monumental blessings.
And, hey, the crucial point is this. It is completely all right to want more out of your life. It is perfectly fine and incredibly human to feel deeply frustrated while you are in the messy middle of figuring out your next move. Ambition and frustration can absolutely coexist. You really don't have to feel guilty for wanting to build a better future for yourself.
The key is simply not letting that frustration blind you to what is already quietly keeping you safe. It's about remembering that somewhere out there, someone's entire day, their ability to feed their own kids, depends entirely on the rain not falling. Yours doesn't have to. We really need to look out for the Kamalas around us because so often, the people with the absolute least to fall back on are the ones smiling the hardest. And they could probably use us noticing their warmth and resilience instead of just obsessing over our own heavy sighs.
Which brings us to right now, just watching the rain fall quietly from a place of safety. It's a beautiful moment to just pause, to reflect on those invisible safety nets we all take for granted. Ambition is a wonderful thing, but gratitude is what grounds us. So, as you look out your own window today, I want to leave you with this one thought. While you're busy figuring out exactly where you are headed next, have you taken a moment to thank the floor beneath you?